Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Welcome to Blackpool Studio. It's a kind of a chilly morning. Today I'm trying to finish up this little end table, and I thought I would show you some of the steps that I've done. I trued the circle up, put an edge profile on, and I'm in the process of doing the mortises. I've got the tenons all cut. They're looking pretty. They're not the greatest, but this is just a prototype, so I'm not too concerned about it. I don't know if you can see this or not, but they're a little rough here. These are a little bit better because I've done these with a router. The first one was one I done by hand. I'm working on the mortises now, and I thought I'd show you how I've been doing it. This is just one way to do this. On the one that we do out of walnut, I'm going to do it different. I'm going to actually make a jig. I'm doing this freehand with a router. So I've got the first one almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera in and show you what I'm doing here. So it's important to note, once you get your legs and everything done, you need to number them before you start doing your mortises, because we're going to do each mortise to that specific tenons. I've got it started. It's fitting pretty good. I've just got to get it to final depth. So what I've been doing is I've got a spiral bit, and what I'm going to do is you see I'm just taking very small bites. I think the rule of thumb is you want to go half, as far as depth, go half the diameter of your bit. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So I've probably got to do like 2 more passes and I will have this one done. So let me get my PPE on. I've got a dust mask here. This is a 3M. I don't know if you can see that or not. These are, and it's a NIOSH P100, so it does really good at keeping the dust out of my lungs and everything. I've also got hearing protection. These are Bluetooth. Now I just take, and you need a good sharp chisel. I've just put an edge on these, so these are in pretty good shape. And I'll just take and go around and clean this out. To quote Dave Picciuto, I think that's his first name, everything's an experiment. That's his philosophy. I kind of like that. So we just get that all cleaned out. And then we'll test it for fit again and move on. Let's see how this fits. It's a little tight, but that's fine. That's kind of what we want. I've said this before, but if you're new here, I'll tell you, it has been proven that sawdust is a carcinogen. So do yourself a favor and wear a respirator or a dust mask. And I'm back. So I got this one fitting pretty good. I may have to tune it up just a little bit, but I'm going to move on. I'm not going to bore you with doing all these mortises. I've got the tenons fitting pretty good. I've went ahead and sanded this up to 120 grit, and I just took a damp paper towel. I don't have a spray bottle, and I went over it and popped the grain. So I'm going to do the final sanding, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put the finish on the top after I sand and hit it with a tack cloth. And then I'm going to put the finish on the legs before I glue it together, just because it's going to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to quit waffling on, as they say in the UK, and I'm going to get to working on this. And all right, here comes the magic part. This is a really, really easy finish, and a little bit goes a very long ways with this stuff. You can see I just put a few drops on. And I've got the top and the side of the top pretty much done. You just rub it in, wait a few minutes, and then buff it out. It's all natural. This is called Natura One Coat. So this, I'm going to set this aside, wait for about 15 minutes. I'll come back and I'll buff it with this, wipe off everything that's left. Just let that soak in. And we're going to start on the legs. Okay, a few minutes have went by, and I've got the legs with a coat of it on there. So I'm just going to take and wipe this off. I can get a little bit of a sheen, and the thing is, my mom, I know her, she doesn't want a sheen on any kind of furniture. And as I stated before, I'm taking this to her so my dad can use it as a template or prototype for himself, because I've already got a template of this, of the legs and everything. But I know she doesn't like a high sheen on anything, so this is about as shiny as she's gonna like it. And boy, it feels, it's just slick. I'm ready to glue this up. I took and I made a little shim just to go on the heel of this tenon, because it was just a little loose. So I'm going to glue that on as I put this together, and that should alleviate the looseness. So I'm going to get this glued together, and when I get done I'll come back and we'll look at it and see, talk about it for a minute. I like these little acid brushes because they work real good to spread your glue, and they're cheap. Definitely want to make sure you got plenty of glue in this. What I did was I turned it upside down. I put this, it's got a propane tank that's just filled, so it's plenty heavy. I put the table for my drill press on there just to make sure So anyway, this table, is it flawless? No. Mistakes were made, but the point is, you're never going to get anything perfect. So get out in your shop and try to make something. This is a pretty simple project. It looks more complicated than it really is. It looks more complicated than it really is. You could do this with simple hand tools. For the most part, I did a lot of it with hand tools. I didn't film making this one because it's a prototype, and I'm going to do a whole build video starting with milling the walnut to gluing up the panels to do the whole thing. And I will include a link below in the description, the video I seen that inspired this. Pretty much this is a knockoff. Exactly, I cannot remember his name, but I'll put it in the link below. His channel. He's an excellent teacher, and he makes some really fantastic pieces of furniture. And this was one of his beginner projects. Like I said, I think on the walnut one, I don't think I'm going to put this little detail in. I'm just going to make this kind of tapered. It's just it'll be my spin on it. I like the way it looks. What do you folks think? Do you like it? Should I put the little swoop-de-doo in there? It's just, this wasn't supposed to be as deep, but my router caught when I was putting the profile on and dug into it, so I ended up having to recut this. So I lost about I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch or so of depth. Again, is it perfect? No, but at least I tried it. I think I can work out the bugs. I think I can get a better top. You can use an 8-foot board. I can't remember 8 foot by like let's say a 1x6, 1x8 would be even better. It'd give you a little extra cushion on the waist. Again, I'll leave a link below. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed building it. And I guess the takeaway from this is get out in your shop, try to make something. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, according to YouTube analytics, 90% of you folks that watch aren't subscribed. It really helps the channel to grow. Our goal is to get to at least 1,000 subs this year. We're well on the way. We've lost a couple in the last couple of days. That kind of gets me down, but it is what it is. It's just part of the YouTube game. But once we hit that 1,000 mark and hit so many hours of watch time, we can get monetized and start getting paid to do this. And then with that, we can do a little more in-depth projects. So again, please like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think of this. What do you think of my idea of making this tapered? I'll either make it tapered or maybe I'll make it kind of curve from here down. So you've got 2 curves, you know. So guys, here's the finished product. What do you think? Like and subscribe.